Hello everybody, welcome back to On the Bright Side. My name is Daniel and I'm watching Code Geass. Last time on Code Geass, everyone fucking died. Alright, let's begin. Everyone important, the Black Knights, Suzaku, Euphy, everyone gathered on this island, and then a prince showed up and just like started blasting. You know how it is. So now things are a bit weird, but I guess we're still on this island. I can't imagine that this is gonna be like fatal for our main characters. I'm interested to see how this is gonna shake things up. So if you guys are excited for more Code Geass reactions, then you know the drill. Subscribe, hit the bell for notifications so you don't miss the next Code Geass reaction, and then the next one, and then the next one, and then the next. I'm not even halfway through this show. 3, 2, 1, go! Lancelot Doko, gone. It blew up. That's a good sign. What happened to us? I'm so confused too. Did we get blasted all the way to another island, or immediately start survival mode? I mean, fair. Oh no. Kallen, will you stop being naked in this show? Uh-oh. Ooh. This is an entire thing, isn't it? Ah. Hello there. Thank you for letting me get dressed. No one knows. We meet again. Uh-oh. Oh, he's like, I'm gonna have to kill you now. Happy you're alive. Everyone seemed to like you. Except your dad. Did they just, like, teleport them? Like, what happened? Well, don't worry, it's these guys' fault. Hadron cannon. Alright. Schneizel. Okay, I think we have heard that name before. Wait, this guy's still around? Okay. Okay. So there's been something happening behind the scenes this entire time. That's what I'm wondering. Why'd you do both, though? I'm still wondering. Well, everyone survived, so... Yeah, okay, this guy's more interesting. But I don't know whether to buy everything he's saying. Alright, just all have to get naked. Yeah. I hate certain people. Yeah, Zero is a persona. God, we're all just going into survival mode on this island, huh? Hey, it's the thing! While I am here, can someone... I knew it came from this show, but can someone explain exactly the origins of I will now proceed to pleasure myself with this fish? I guess I could just look it up, so maybe I will, but... Nope. My weak-ass arms. It's like Senku or something. Lelouch can do all the thinking, but he can't do the heavy lifting. Oh, okay. We all retreated back to the submarine. Yeah, our organization kind of exists because of Zero, but he definitely has a different way of thinking about it. Like, if Zero died, how would they all proceed, I wonder? Oh boy, we're getting into this, huh? Thank you, C2. Yes.
久しぶりだぞ。私に向かってそんな口の利き方をしたやつをゲスな発想しかできない。
If she weren't here, you'd all be dead. Thank you, Oki. Jesus Christ.
彼まであの島に？趣味が悪いな。観察者を気取って。
Who are you talking to? Oh! Yeah. What about it?
いや、学校にいるよりよっぽど生き生きして魅力的だよ。捕まったテロリストの末路は悲惨だよ。
やけにぬるいと思ったらそれが本音。いつかあんたの白兜を仕留めてみせる。
彼のやり方では未来はないよ。
Oh yeah. I don't disagree with Suzaku, but I also don't agree with Suzaku, you know? Oh? Oh, okay. He's offering up that information, huh? I was gonna mention it, but I love how Lelouch completely relied on Euphy to gather food while Suzaku did all the hunting. Yeah, wouldn't that be nice? Unfortunately, it's impossible. No. My mom's dead. I will say results gotten the wrong way will probably just lead to... I mean, results gotten the wrong way will probably just lead to someone wanting revenge about it. Oh? Is them searching? Ooh. Is she gonna escape? I was wondering if she's just gonna be captured. What? Yeah, what is a thought elevator? Yeah, so it's like a theoretical... Science? Alright. Have you guys seen Evangelion? Maybe don't fuck with this kind of stuff. Gawain. Okay. Wow, I was right! I guess it wasn't that crazy of a guess. Then that means that the king himself must have a nightmare called, like, Arthur, right? I'm surprised he is keeping her alive, but I guess if someone can... It's probably gonna keep their mouth shut about it. Yeah, don't worry, I'm not gonna kill you. It's gonna be a thing. Oh, here she goes. Ooh! Ooh. Damn! Oh, what is this now? Right. I forgot that existed. Uh-oh. God. This is... Everyone's in the same place, huh? What? Yeah, what is happening with him? Yep. Can we steal this? Okay. Shoulder cannon time. Nice. dude.
第2級軍規違反の容疑で逮捕します。
What?
このまま概要で合流する。
God, this thing is cool.
お前にだけは使うつもりはなかったのだが。
Yeah, I guess we never found out if we did. Oh! Oh, that's what happened.
これ以上はない命令。
That's why he didn't remember anything at the beginning of this.
詳細は不明ですが。
I have thoughts.
九州ブロックの関門大橋が破壊されました。
何？
Oh.
強襲揚陸艇が多数
Oh
侵入して
God.
きています。
しかし先生
Yeah.
被告は
What is this?
それらの艇体には日本の国旗が。
Okay.
カレンとスザクのこともある。
Uh-oh.
今は九州。
I have thoughts. Surprise, surprise, I have thoughts about Code Geass. Really, really good episode. A lot of stuff happened, so bear with me. I might want to go back and, like, review the individual parts of this episode, but I feel like most importantly is the revelation that Lelouch did, in fact, use his Geass on Suzaku. I'm taking this off. This is something that will be incredibly important for the future plot. Like I said at the beginning of this episode, I'm not even halfway done with Geass's being permanent. This is going to have implications for the rest of the show. That's crazy that Lelouch did this. No matter what scenario, Suzaku's always going to prioritize his life from now on. If it's in danger, that is. That's crazy. So there were a couple of lines. Suzaku kind of gives off the vibe of being a bit suicidal. Now, he literally couldn't be that way if he wanted to. Suzaku literally does not have the choice anymore to sacrifice himself or anything. I'm really interested how this is gonna play into the future. But I'm thinking of ways that it could. It was selfish of Lelouch to use his power this way on Suzaku. I think. And there's just going to be lasting consequences of this. I'm sorry, my thoughts are a bit scrambled. So much happened this episode. Now that I've collected my thoughts a little bit more, I kept saying that I feel like if Lelouch is going to accomplish his goal, then Suzaku needs to be taken out of the picture, because he's going to stand against him at every point. Now, Lelouch has made it impossible to take Suzaku out of the picture. Well, not impossible, but much harder. And it really makes me wonder what exactly Lelouch's priorities are in all of this. He contradicts himself constantly, and I don't know. I don't know, man. He really can't bring himself to hurt Suzaku. Crazy. So let's go through it. Alright, so there was Suzaku and Kallen were together. Suzaku now knows that Kallen is part of the Black Knights, which, should I even, like, think about going back to school at this point? The dynamic is all, like, are we done with that? Are we done with school? It kind of seems like it's so not important anymore that I wouldn't be surprised if most of those plot points are finishing up. They had some interesting conversations about Suzaku espousing his normal stuff of, like, the outcome will never be good in a fight in which you have to kill people in order to win. And it's a theory. Suzaku's such, like, a character of, like, I agree with so much of what you say in principle, but I disagree with so much of what you say in practice. I don't know, man. Lelouch's way of doing it is definitely more interesting to watch as a anime. Suzaku's way of doing it might be more practical in the long run, but when I say in the long run, I mean in the long run. The strategy of, like, oh, we have to change perceptions of people, and then eventually integration will happen and it'll be fine. Living in America as a white person, integration of the native people has never really happened. Just in my country's history. I can get where Suzaku is coming from, but it takes hundreds of years it's not, and even then, something new's gonna come along. You know it is. I want Suzaku to be right in principle, but I don't know, man. Kallen also has points of like, well then, why is my brother dead? Like, why do I have to be in the wrong if all of these things have happened to me, huh? Meanwhile, Lelouch and Euphy had different conversations more about the past and being like, why can't we go back to the way things were? And Suzaku and Euphy are so good together because they're just so naive. The reality of the way that things are right now is that nothing they can say is going to change any of these people's minds because the hurt has already been inflicted. All you can do with their ideologies is prevent future hurt. But what do you do to appease people that are already hurt? Your words of trying to change things would be nice if there actually seemed like there was being some sort of change. That being said, Lelouch not exactly causing that much change. Like, he has support in the society, but it seems like the military is only cracking down harder. Also, at the very end, I was so absorbed in the like Lelouch using the GEASS that I forgot to talk about there's an army invading. I imagine if this is an army bearing the Japanese flag, it's kind of been this has been due to Kyoto and C2 kind of meddling in the background, things that we haven't really seen. Because we only really know that the members of Kyoto exist. We don't know what they've been doing besides providing funding, right? And we know that C2 has been on some missions, so I wouldn't be surprised if we've roped some people into our cause. But that's going to be exciting. There's a whole ass fleet coming for Kyushu, and that's the Battle of Kyushu's next time. This episode was called The Island of Gods, which is an interesting title. The things that happen in this episode, the ruins that talk about the thought elevator, have kind of led me to believe that it's less of a alien thing and more of like a supernatural. I brought up Evangelion, that kind of thing. I don't know how else to say it. Some ancient prophecy with ancient gods and stuff. I don't know exactly what it's gonna be, but we saw again that person who was in the place where the king is, who activated the like platform to fall. So the king knows is trying to get at something deeper than just like what we think. Was this the reason that he invaded Japan? Was to get at this like prophecy or something, these ruins that seem to be heavily tied into the GEASS powers. Sure, there might be like Sakuradite that like they say that they were after, but the king doesn't really seem to just say what he means, you know? I think it's worth mentioning that the general literally does bring up, like, what if this was the real reason we invade countries? They're seeding that idea in the story already, so. We also got a better look at Schneizel and his, nightmare, the Gawain, which I predicted correctly. With my gigantic brain. He is definitely coming across as more of a, as far as we can tell, he's got a softer side. He's more empathetic, as far as we can tell. Now, I kind of don't trust it, you know? It brought up thought elevators. What does that mean? That sounds like something that the king is trying to achieve, like create, I don't know what words to use, a thought elevator, then he can convene with the gods or something. It would just seem in line with his ideology of the strong rule over the weak. If he could be like, if I can obtain god powers, then I literally am the strongest ever. But yeah, this episode made things go crazy. This feels like a turning point in the entire series. Euphy also knows Zero is Lelouch, and she'll probably keep it under wraps, but it is a potential liability. But yeah, now we have the Gawain. C2 also had a conversation with the person that she's talking to in her head constantly, and I need to find out. She mentioned, like, C in a previous episode. It's something related to, like, another member of wherever she comes from. Something related to the gods. Some ancient religions. Something is happening. I hope we find out soon. But yeah, I talked for a long time about this one. I definitely had a lot to say. I hope you guys enjoyed my reaction. If you did, you can let me know by leaving a like. You can comment, tell me what you thought about this episode. Do not confirm or deny my theories, but there are definitely some things to talk about. And you can subscribe and hit the bell for notifications so you don't miss the next Code Geass episode. Anyway, I hope that I can make your day better, and I hope that you continue to have good days. Till next time, take it easy, everyone.